In this lesson, we're going to look at multiplying decimals. We're going to look at multiplying decimals by whole numbers and then multiplying decimals by other decimal numbers. What we're going to do here is, as we deal with multiplying decimals, we're just going to arrange the numbers ignoring the decimal place. So we have 143, so we have a decimal point here, and then we have 6 right here. We carry out our multiplication like you would normally carry the multiplication. So 3 times 6, you have 18, you have 8 right here, you bring a 1 here. 4 times 6, 24, plus 1, 25, you have a 5, then you bring a 2 here. 1 times 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So now that you're done, you count the number of decimal places you have. So you have just one decimal place. So you're going to go from here over here and you put your decimal right there. So you have 85.8 as your result. Let's look at another example. We have 26.12 multiplied by 13. So we're going to perform our regular multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. We have 8 and we take 1 up here. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Now we go to the tens place, so we put a 0 here. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. And 2 times 1 is 2. So we'll put a 0 here to make it easy to add. So 6 plus 0, 6. 3 plus 2, 5. 8 plus 1, 9. 7 plus 6, 13. We have a 3. We bring a 1 up here. 1 plus 2. It's going to give us 3. Now we have 2 decimal places, so we're going to count 1, 2. So the decimal is going to come right here. Now we have another example here. 0.354 and then 142. So we're going to carry out our regular multiplication. 4 times 2, 8. 5 times 2, we have 10, and we bring 1 up here. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7. And then there's going to be a 0. 0 times 2 is 0. So now we go over to the tens place, so we'll put a 0 over here. 4 times 4, 16. We have 6, and then we carry 1 up here. 5 times 4, 20, plus 1, 21. So we have a 1, and we carry a 2 up here. 3 times 4, we have 12 plus 2, 14. So we have a 4, and then 14. And then 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 4 rather is 0. So now we go to the hundredths place in your bottom number, in your multiplier here. So we're going to put a 0 here, and then we'll put a 0 here. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we have a 0 here. We have a 0 here, so we'll put a 0, 0. And then we add them up together. 8 plus 0, 8. Then we have a 6 here. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 4, 12. Bring the 1 up here. 1 plus 4, 5 plus 5, 10. We'll bring a 1 up here. 1 plus 1, 2. Plus 3, we have 5. So we're going to look at, we have 3 numbers after the decimal place, after the decimal point. So we have 3 decimal digits. So what we're going to do here is we're going to count 3 decimals from the right going to the left. 1, 2, 3. So this is what we're going to have for our result. What if we have decimals, multiplying decimals together. So what we're going to do here is we're going to follow the same method. Is 124 and 3. So this is 0.3, 124, or 12.4. So we're going to multiply this. 4 times 3, 12. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. And then we have 3. And then we have 0, 0, 0. Let's put zeros across. So we have 2, 7, and then we have 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the number of decimal places. So we have 1 here and we have 1 here, so we're going to have 2. So we start from here, 1, 2. So this is what our result is going to be. Another example, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the method a different way. I'm not going to put all the zeros that are in the decimal. So I'm just going to put 2, 5 here and multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. So we have a 2 here. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2, 17. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1, 11. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 1, 6. So now we go to the tens place, so we'll put a 0 here. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2, 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. So I'm going to put a 0 here, and then we can add this up together. So we have a 0, 7 plus 8, 15. 5, bring 1 up here. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 6, 8. 6 plus 4, 10. We have a 0 here, and we'll put a 1 up here. 1 plus 2, 3. So let's count the number of decimal places. We have 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's what we have. And then finally, we have 1475 multiplied by 5. So we have 5 times 5 is 25. You have 5 here and you put a 2 up here. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2, 37. We have a 7. We take the 3 up here. 4 times 5, 20 plus 3, 23. And then we put a 2 up here. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So now let's count how many decimal places we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to have 5 decimal places. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put a 0 over here and then 5. So this is where the decimal place comes in. So now we have 0.07375. So these are all the different ways you can do multiplication of decimals.